ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 33 of the Division Z podcast. My name is Jason.
And I am K Cosmic.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special announcement. For the very first time, the Division Z podcast will be selling official merchandise. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Division Z podcast is selling merch. And you can find the merch if you are watching this on the Twitch channel right now. You can use !merch on my Twitch channel, and it will be linked in the description of this YouTube video. And if you're watching this announcement on Twitter, it'll be linked right above, attached to this post. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta show you the shirt design. I gotta show you. You ready?
Let's go for it.
You guys ready for this? Okay. Boom! Boom! Look at that. Woo!
Look at that.
We got Division Z, got the zombie. He's talking to a microphone. He's got headphones. Look at this guy.
Hell yeah.
And I also got to give a huge shout out to my boy, Aragorn Jones, for designing this design for us. He will also be linked down below in the description of this YouTube video for the podcast. Huge thank you to him. Huge thank you. He's an awesome guy. Go check out his YouTube content.
It's absolutely perfect. We absolutely love the design, and
we love it.
We really wanted something to give our image out, the Division Z podcast, and we think the zombie with the headphones, and just everything about it's perfect.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, that's our big announcement for the day.
That's our big announcement.
Official Division Z merch out now. These shirts, I will tell you guys right now, they are 100% cotton. So if the shirt might shrink a little bit faster. You might want to maybe upsize, maybe buy an extra size up. That's my recommendation. If you are worried about that, if you're not worried about it, then do whatever the hell you want. I'm not your dad. Yeah. So right now we have 3 colors. We have black, gray, and white, and we are looking to do more in the future. But one more time for the audience. Official Division Z podcast merchandise. Let me show you guys again real quick.
Let's do it.
One last look.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Look at that. All right. So, we got a lot to talk about, I think, on today's episode of the podcast.
Absolutely. A lot to talk about.
But yeah, first things first, we got Kai and Revived Gamer in the chat. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Yeah. So, Firebase Z, dude.
Yeah.
Craziness, I think. Bunch of craziness going on. Treyarch is the king of marketing now. Can we say that? Can we officially say that? Treyarch is the king of marketing?
Let's just say this, right? They went from a Dead of the Night to a Firebase Z.
That's what's crazy to me.
A night and day difference, and I absolutely love it.
And I've seen on
Twitter, and I remember you said this to me as well. This feels like pre-Horizon Tracker vibes, and I completely agree.
Absolutely.
I can feel the community's energy. I know some people aren't excited for it because reuse assets, but but no, it's something people are excited. The map looks good. Let's just be happy. We have a solid engine. There's no other negatives for the game. Let's just enjoy it,
Yeah.
Dude,
I gotta chip in real quick though. I can't stand the reused asset argument. I can't stand it. Cause every game at some point will have a reused asset. I don't care if it's Call of Duty. I don't care if it's Battlefield. I don't even care if it's GTA. There's going to be something that's reused or maybe even unused from an old game that, they're going to incorporate into future installments. And I think it's just I think it's a backwards mentality too, because a lot of people like Custom Zombies. Is Custom Zombies reused assets? I mean, that's literally the whole thing. The whole thing of Custom Zombies is reused assets. And then people love Custom Zombies. So I think because people are going, oh, well, it's Treyarch, and Treyarch can make their own thing, and they can be super creative. Keep in mind, too, that there's also a certain look that they might want to achieve, so they're going to bring something back. Or they're going to do whatever, like the Russian Mangler. I think it's dope that the Russian Mangler's coming back.
Here's my thing. I can't wait for the story stuff with that. I really can't wait to find out more.
Yes.
That's why I'm excited. This map looks like it's going to be filled with story. And something I'll say as well, if there's reused zombies maps in it, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be annoyed, but like, okay, well, this is, you've done it again. but there's no reused zombie maps. The way I see it is campaign mission and part of a multiplayer map, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's completely new because it's zombies.
Exactly.
Like we've never played zombies, and they've never played zombies in these environments before, right? And
absolutely.
I think it's gonna be good. Yeah. I wouldn't class this as a remake or a remaster or anything like that. I class it as completely new for zombies, and I am so excited. I think the first thing we should really talk about for Virus C is, and you know a lot more about him than I do, or it, but that big scary mutant face guy that can shapeshift and do all that stuff.
Yes, that guy is crazy. Before we get into that real quick, we got Revived Gamer in the chat saying the merch looks sick. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. We also got Jack Lobster in the chat. What's up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a fantastic day. But before we get into the Elder God, which is what the big boss guy is called.
Elder God, really?
I have to say right now, I know people in the community have been like, oh, we haven't gotten a completely original map since Garage Crovy, you know? Think about it this way. For those people who argue the unused asset thing, the house that you Pack-a-Punch in on Garage Crovy is from the campaign, and that is a reused asset. So
reused asset.
So for people to be like, oh, Garage Crovy is the last totally original map, and then they're going to be the same people that say, oh, that's a reused asset in Firebase Z, contradictory. Just saying.
Here's the thing, right? Here's something I'll say, right? Hello, Omar in the chat, and see my man. Welcome to the stream. I guess we could class Garage Crovy as a remake or remaster because in the campaign,
oh no,
it was a zombie. It had zombies in it.
Oh, no.
So technically, Garage Crovy is just a remake.
Yo, Garage Crovy, you just, you know that meme, that King of the Hill meme, where it's like, you just made all those people and they're very angry. Like,
if they could read,
yeah,
if they read, they'd be very upset.
Yeah. Oh,
that's what I just did there.
That's exactly, dude. But yeah, so big Elder God dude that's on Firebase Z now. It's supposed to be some sort of creature that is like, it's supposed to be in the dark ether, that he's supposed to have some crazy ass power. I mean, obviously he had that huge laser beam he shot out of his face.
Yeah.
It seems very interesting, and I think the first thing that came to my mind when I saw it was Attack of the Radioactive thing, where you had the big fish thing on the coast, and it's like kind of chilling there. That's the first thing that I thought, that this Elder God, or there's another name for it too, I can't remember it, but that's kind of what I anticipate. The chat here is saying, I hope the boss fight's in the dark ether. That would be dope. That would be really cool. Mangler being back is so wholesome. Yo, wholesome Mangler.
Wholesome. Hell yeah.
Mangler moments.
Man, all he wants is a hug.
All he wants is a hug. That's why he charges at you.
Exactly, and shoots at you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One thing I'll say about him before we get more into him is, I have a feeling, you know how we got shot down by Omega Group with the rocket and stuff.
Oh yeah, if you fail to exfil.
I think that's what he will do.
Oh, good call.
You know that whole thing. I think he'll just do that.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see, because if that thing is a boss fight, oh my god, that's gonna be the best boss fight we've ever had.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. And you know what's funny to me too? Like in D Machina, when we found the guy outside the map, I just thought it was another like Zetsubo giant monster Easter egg.
Yeah, same. I didn't think much more of it.
Dude, what if it is the Zetsubo monster?
Bruh.
Dude, what if this thing was just in the background the entire time, and now it's just coming to light because of the dark ether, and like it's been awakened? Or like, what if Zetsubo was like warning us about this? Ooh.
About this famous scary zombie lore.
Yeah, dude. That'd be dope. But I just thought it was just gonna be another like side Easter egg. Like, okay, that's kind of cool, you know, giant creature thing in the forest.
Giant creature thing.
Oh, it's Bigfoot. But now it's like a thing, and I like that.
Yeah. I that was the last thing I was expecting to see in the trailer. That guy. I was not expecting to see him.
Him and the Mangler.
I seen the Mangler, and I was shocked at the Mangler.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen him, and I was like, wow, why is he here?
Right.
You know? But
crazy.
I mean, let's talk about Samantha. Do we think?
Yes.
Here's my theory. I think Samantha might already be dead.
You think she's dead?
I think she might already be dead.
I think there's no doubt that she's been kidnapped into the Dark Ether. I think, whatever kind of mysterious and ominous forces that are controlling the Dark Ether kidnapped her.
Yeah.
But what that is, no one really knows right now. I think
what if it's that?
The Easter egg will definitely have to do with trying to save her.
What if the whole Easter egg is us trying to save her and we get into like the room or something where she's supposed to be and she's just a zombie?
She's a zombie. That'd be kind of crazy. Oh, interesting. Revived Gamer in the chat here saying $10 she got combined within the Elder God and we have to kill it to set her free. I'd be down.
Oh, well, I'd be down. We've seen that. We kind of seen that in World War II zombies.
Yeah, but this is Treyarch.
Yeah, this is Treyarch. But no, I'm saying it's cool because we've kind of seen that before. So it's not completely impossible. Like, because in the Final Reich, or whatever his name was,
the big dude,
the big guy, it had Klaus on it. I think
some dude. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know.
Some guy, default Fortnite guy. We had him on it, and yeah. But I mean, that's a possibility. That'd be quite cool. But actually,
Panzer Mortar. That's his name. Yes, chat. That's right. Panzer Mortar.
What's that? That's
the big guy from World War II, Panzer Mortar.
Oh yeah, him.
Yeah, I forgot the name.
But then I guess what about the Ray rifle or whatever it's called? What's
that's gonna be cool. The RAIK 84. I'm just gonna call it the Ray K.
The Ray K.
The Ray K. Yeah.
I like the Ray rifle.
The chat said the same thing. The Ray K. Dude, I mean, it's a catchy name. Yeah, so what you going to do? Get the Ray K out of the box. That's kind of cool.
They should have called it the Ray K or like the Ray Rifle or something. Something just like catchy. But now that they've brought a bunch of letters, I'm just going to call it the Ray Rifle. I don't care.
It's very interesting too, because there's definitely some storyline implications with this too. Because you know how like you had Gersh and Maxis and other people like invent other zombies wonder weapons. This thing was invented by some dude named Dimitri, and you see on the blueprint teaser that Treyarch put out yesterday, they're saying like Dr. Peck was writing to Dimitri, and it's all redacted, so you can't really see what's going on. But I think this Dimitri guy is gonna be kind of a different, like he's gonna take the place of a Gersh or Maxis and things like that. So like Dr. Monty made the perks and stuff. Well, Dimitri in this storyline is gonna make all the wonder weapons and it's Omega technology instead of 935 technology. So I'm looking forward to it. And I agree, chat. I think it'd be very interesting to see 4 elements to this Ray K, but I don't know. I feel like because we haven't really see, I mean, we had the elemental ray guns in Alpha Omega, but prior installments were just like the Ray Gun Mark II, Ray Gun Mark III. Like, I don't know. Something to me says this is just going to be normal,
It's not going to be like a variant. Or like, with like different variants of it. It's going to be like a Ray Gun Mark III or something.
Right. This is like the Ray Gun Mark IV, essentially, is what I'm seeing it as.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Aqua in the chat. Damn, nice merch. Might have to cop. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that. They need to move away from the 4-element wonder weapon situation. That's a very good topic in the community to talk about. Yeah, I think it's cool if they do it right, but I know, like, to me personally, the Ancient Evil elements are really cool. Like, that's a unique 4 elements with earth, wind, death, and light. That's cool.
I feel like with zombies as it currently is, I feel like it's only fair if everyone has a wonder weapon. So here's what I'm kind of looking at, right?
Okay.
Like, either make it so there's there's variants of them, or make it so each person can pick up the same one, like the DIE, right?
I see, yeah.
Like, because obviously we back like in Black Ops 1 days, everyone could like the Thunder Gun, right? Only one person can have it, or like other maps, I think my whole viewpoint on it is like when they did Origins and everyone could have like a staff, and then Rise and Draka. I feel like I feel like it'd make for better experiences, and having a quest for each weapon, it gives us something to do. And what are your thoughts on it? You're saying that you think
I think
if they
it's
do it
cool.
right, it's good.
Yeah, I think if they should continue something like that, but it just can't be the same like elements every time, you know? Yeah. I think a lot of people are just tired of seeing like, oh, it's another fire weapon, oh, it's another electric weapon, you know, whatever. Yeah. That's why I like the Ancient Evil God Hands so much. You know, the unique elements. The DIE to a certain degree too. I mean, the Nova thing is really cool to me. Yeah, and I know we've seen ice, we've seen electric, we've seen fire before, but like the Nova one is really cool to me. And I think if they do something with the ray gun, the Ray K in this map, I think it could be really cool. That's why I know, man, you don't like Alpha Omega, but the elemental ray guns are dope. Of here. I love the elemental ray guns. They're so cool. I mean, here's the thing, that's right? Such a unique take on the 4 different variation thing. You know? That's so cool to me.
Here's what I'll say. I give them credit for bringing back the ray guns.
Yes.
And to be quite honest, right? The way I look at it now, even before I see them as like, even if a lot of them are effective in that, right? The way I look at them is like, you know, if they just had different skins, you would even compare them to a ray gun. If they just had 4 completely different skins, here's what I'm trying to kind of say, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know all the things that come out of them ray guns,
right?
I could easily see them coming out like a staff or like something else, right? So
I get that, but like,
and like here's the thing as well, right?
You
like,
literally take the ray gun and make it a shotgun. Like that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, true.
A ray gun, but it has unlimited ammo. A ray gun, but it's a grenade launcher. A ray gun, but you can dual wield fully automatic. That's fucking dope.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just saying.
They are cool. They are cool. But, the Alpha Omega, let's just say this, and we'll at some point we're going to be talking more about Black Ops 4, but Alpha Omega is, I know you love it, but I just hate it. I can't like it. I'm sorry. There's so many boss types. Enough. They're shooting at you.
Oh,
They're shooting at you from the walls. No one will call it the dogs, the zombies itself. There's so many of them. And then there's the zombies that get annoyed when they get like infected, and then they, you know, like, come on.
It is a far from perfect map. I agree. I think it's a good map. Yeah. It's far from perfect. There's the Nova 6 bombers suck. The Jolting Jacks suck. Pack-a-Punch sucks on the map.
Oh, I forgot about Pack-a-Punch.
But the ray guns redeem a lot of it. You know,
the ray guns are cool. Yes, I will give you that. The ray guns are cool.
So we got back-to-back 4 elements usually doesn't end well. You don't think so? I mean, I don't know. It depends if they do it right, chat. See, I don't know if I'm just losing interest in zombies, but the new map doesn't look that good, you know? Well, I mean, everyone's got their own opinions, so... I mean, yeah. I know a lot of people are some people are losing interest in zombies, and that's all good, you know? Yeah, but I don't know about me. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, of course, I'm pretty excited for the map.
For zombies, like, it's not that I'm losing interest. It's just that there's nothing really new to play. So...
yeah, understandable.
Even for making content... I'm still making zombies content. I'm making other COD stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like, here's an example. Obviously, you've seen my COD Ghost videos that are doing kind of well.
Yes, absolutely.
That makes no sense, right? No sense, right? I've been enjoying doing that, but when new zombie stuff comes out, right back onto zombies for like a month. It's only because like I feel like with YouTubers as well, and like we see people like Lex leaving and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think it's because zombies is such a thing where, like, you know how they release content every like few months.
Mm-hmm.
You can only do so much for that content, you know. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are like, even people that play the game. I think that's the reason why a lot of people are losing interest, is because there's not, even if it's good, there's not a whole lot there.
Mm-hmm. I get that, dude. I totally get that. Die Maschine is a good map, but
yeah, exactly. That absolutely.
You know, people in the zombies community. Like definitely, you know that whole like consumerism kind of mentality where it's like, oh, consume as fast as possible, and then you get bored of it and it's like, oh, what's the next thing? You know, the zombies community is just, it resembles that so much, and it's kind of unfortunate to me because it's like, I want people to sit down. I mean, I don't know, 'cause it's just my opinion. I think people need to sit down and kind of be grateful for what they have. I mean, I don't know if that's just me being, you know, I don't want to say old-fashioned, but like I definitely think I have maybe a minority opinion in the community where I just kind of like, I appreciate what I have. I think this is a good map. Yeah, I can always go back and play other Call of Duties if I don't feel like playing Die Maschine. You know, it's like whatever to me, you know?
That's what I'm doing. Like, I plan for when Firebase comes out and it kind of dies down a wee bit. What I want to really do is I want to go back to Nact and play for every map.
Dude, absolutely.
From Nact to that. And by the time I've played through all of them, maybe the next DLC map will be out. Who knows? But
yeah, kind of like your own Zombies retrospective kind of a thing,
exactly,
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just going back and playing them and like seeing like, wow, it's evolved so much and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely one way to do it. But yeah, I think the chat just mentioned it right now, and since we were kind of talking about Black Ops 4,
oh yeah,
Blood of the Dead. Now, for those of you who don't know, I think today on Twitter, I saw it today though, on Twitter, there was a guy who posted, he was doing the Easter egg for Blood of the Dead, and he posted a video of himself with the shield, and he looks out into the open water past the dock, and he sees this blinking light, Morse code blinking light. And what does the blinking light tell you to do? The Morse code step for the Easter egg. 2 years later, this was found.
And you want to know something else as well?
Mind-blowing that we haven't figured this out yet.
First time I watched this, I didn't hear it, but you know when you actually listen to it, it does like sounds as well. So it's like beep. It does the light.
Oh, it does the sounds too. I forgot.
A sound. It does like a beep, beep, beep,
okay,
beep, and then it's like, if we only knew that before, no one would have a problem with that step.
So many people's perspectives are about to change on Blood of the Dead's Easter egg just because of that new find. And
because that's the worst.
That's the worst step. If you ask the majority of people in the zombies community, they will say the Morse code step is the worst step of the Blood of the Dead Easter egg. And now there's a tried and true way to do it. So, oh, Treyarch, this is just totally random, and this is just crazy, and blah 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 blah. Well, no, it's not. It's not as crazy as you think because there's an actual way to do it. Yeah, it's like, it's crazy, man. People gave Treyarch so much shit for this step, and now
there's
it's
actually
like
a way to do it.
It's like people got to hold their tongue now when talking about Blood of the Dead, and it's like, I don't know, man. Maybe Blood of the Dead isn't as bad as you originally thought it was.
Here's the thing I'll give it as well, like for the community. I think, because you know how the Morse code stuff was there, right? Mm-hmm. I think everyone's just like, oh, we did it. How do I put it? Like, the step was there. It would beep. You did it with it. I think everyone's mind was like, okay, that's it. There's nothing else linked to this.
Yeah.
I think that's everyone's mindset. But then there's just something so far out that you wouldn't even think of.
Mm-hmm.
That actually does, like, it's crazy.
Like, I think so many people.
I wonder what else is on the map.
Dude, there's got to be something else, right?
Like, what if like, the ghost guy you have to kill? What if you can kill him earlier?
Oh, dude, there's got, like, it definitely makes me think there's something else to it, right? Because it's just crazy. I think it's just crazy to me, man. Because, I just had a point. I forgot what I was gonna say. Whatever. Damn it! I hate that so much when you have a point and then just slips right out of your mind.
And then you're thinking, like, no, it wasn't that.
Damn it,
wasn't that. And then you're like in bed, 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh.
The chat is saying apparently the sounds are slightly different and they are Morse code for the step. Yeah, obviously. They say Spike's been saying for so long there must be something that helps with the step. This was amazing because I adore Blood and everyone knows me for a Blood of the Dead lover, and that made me so happy. Well, Revive.
Can I say something?
Yeah, what's up, man?
I don't know what it is. I kind of want to go back and play some BO4 zombies. I kind of want to go back and play some. Here's my thing, right? I think fundamentally the game's broken, and like a lot of the things in the game, like the sprinters, the hit, like how they run into you and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that's all broken, right?
Absolutely.
But I kind of want to go back and just play around with it and see how I feel about it now. Like go through each map, do the Easter egg and stuff. Try and have a good time, obviously.
I still got to complete some Easter eggs, to be honest with you. I haven't done Void to Despair.
Okay, what levels am I?
Honestly, I've attempted the 9 Easter egg before. I just have never been able to pull through with it.
I got into like the last step and I died. I think with Black Ops 4 on PC, I'm Prestige Master. Oh. But on Xbox, I think I'm almost Prestige Master. So I did play the game quite a lot. I played so much Blood when the game came out.
See, this is what makes me frustrated that Black Ops 4 isn't cross-platform. Because, like...
Yeah.
It'd be so cool.
I mean, here's the thing. I might buy it for... Is Black Ops 4 backwards compatible with PS5? Yeah.
Maybe?
I think it's Zombie Chronicles is, so...
Yeah,
surely.
they got the Zombies Chronicles thing, so...
Yeah, surely. Okay. So what I'll do then is I will do that.
Look it up, though, because I don't know.
Yeah, no. Once I get Black Ops 4 PS5, I'll do that because I know my Black Ops 3 account. I have so much stuff on my PlayStation. I'm like Prestige Master, like level like 100 and stuff. So like, yeah, I'm down for playing some BO4.
Dope.
Why not?
Dope.
Why not?
True. Black Ops 4, man. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. And I see so many people because they just hate the game, right? They're like, oh, well, this mechanic is shit, so that means everything is shit, right? So
yeah.
I see people on Twitter sometimes go, oh, well, that's in Black Ops 4, so that means it's automatically bad. It's like, no, that doesn't mean it's automatically bad. The Transit and Die Rise are in Black Ops 2. Is Black Ops 2 a bad game? Like,
no, here's the thing, right? With Black Ops 4, I wouldn't necessarily say any of the maps are bad. I think it's just the base game. I think any of the maps on a different engine would work fine.
No, I mean, of course. I mean, they would look and feel good. It's just, the Black Ops 4 engine's a little bit clunky. And
yeah.
I mean, they tried something new, and you got to give them credit for trying something new.
They tried their best, and at the end of the day, they made some good maps.
Exactly. Ancient Evil, Tagged or Toten, Classified. Those are good maps. Those are all good maps, I think.
Yeah.
Voyage of Despair is one of the worst, but it's just besides the point. It's like Black Ops 2 all over again, kind of, in a way, where Voyage of Despair and Dead of the Night, they're not fan favorite maps, but then you have Tagged or Toten and you have Classified, which people do like, and it's the same thing with Black Ops 2. No one likes Transit and Die Rise, but people love Mob and Origins. So it's very interesting. There's dichotomy everywhere.
Yeah. Something I kind of want to talk about, because going back to Firebase a wee bit. I know we kind of went to talk about Black Ops 4, but...
We always do.
We always do.
Always find a way.
This is the sin of this podcast.
This is the sin.
Black Ops is such a good example for everything. We have to go back to it.
It's a cardinal sin.
With the Ray Rifle.
Yes.
Or the Ronald Ray gun, what we're going to call it, right?
Ronald Ray gun.
Well, we pack a punch in. It's called the Ronald Ray gun.
I would love that.
I think the thing is, they did the Coffin Dance Easter egg, right?
True.
Do you think they'll have anything like the Coffin Dance Easter egg in this?
Yes, and I think the reason why is because so many people love it and so many people use it. I think there's going to be something similar. Whether it's going to be meme related or not is yet to be seen. But I think there will be something like that where you get a free weapon and a free perk out of a crate somewhere.
Like a free crate and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And going on to my main thing I really want to talk about is. Obviously, we know the ray gun's the best gun to use to get to high rounds.
Yes.
Do we think the ray rifle will be better or worse than the ray gun?
I know we've only seen a little bit of it. I think it has the potential to be both. I think
it might just be equal.
Yeah, it's like on the one hand, it's like it could be bad because like the DIE on Die Maschine is one of those wonder weapons that it kind of starts falling off pretty quickly, and it's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I know you have the Nova 6 strategy in the Speed Cola room, but that's only because the zombies have to climb on top of an obstacle, so that poison damage over time can actually affect them.
Yeah, and the thing is with. Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if the ray rifle will fall off quicker, so that's one way it can happen. And then the other way it can happen is it just does the same thing as the ray gun, it's just an assault rifle. I
think it's just... Here's something I think as well, right? I remember back in like Black Ops 2, kind of going into Black Ops 3 days, all the the designs for the ray gun Mark III.
Yeah.
Right? And how there are all these silly things like a ray rifle,
Yeah.
Like he went into custom zombies and it was actually a ray rifle. They've actually done it now.
They've actually done it.
And like, I don't know. I think something else I was thinking about. I think Cold War might be one of the most nostalgic zombies game when it passes. Like, in a few years.
Yeah.
I think we'll look back to Cold War and it'll be like, wow, this game was just amazing.
Dude, you want to know something crazy?
Mm.
People are already nostalgic for OG Fortnite. Think about that. Think about that.
Season 1, like, there's no map.
I've seen a few people go like, oh, those were the good days where like Fortnite wasn't a toxic community, and like,
you're scrolling through your Instagram and it's like a Fortnite montage and it has that song like you're like I can't remember the sad one like and it's like flashbacks to season then, and it's like you walking about.
It's like
no building.
I totally yeah, man. It's like I can totally see that happening to Black Ops Cold War. I agree, because if people are already getting nostalgic about Fortnite, and I don't like Fortnite personally, it's just not my style.
No, neither.
No. It's like if people are already getting nostalgic about that, it's like 2 years from now, people are gonna be like, "Oh man, remember when Black Ops Cold War came out and that D Machine name map? That was cool, man. Good old glory days, right?"
I think the saying, "I wish I knew I was in the glory days."
Yeah, you wish you knew you were in the yeah. I get you.
I think I'm seeing that now. I know I'm in the good days now. And then once the game passes, I think there'll be better games as it comes along. But
I think that comes with age.
Yeah, I think this is the most important zombies game we have. As I think for a lot of people, I know they said Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, this would be their final game. But a lot of the bigger people, I think this might be it. I think this just might be it,
Absolutely. I think people naturally want to expand, and people naturally want to do cool things and all new things, So it's one of those things where you just go, I mean, like Lex, for example, he's got his third channel he's managing now, T-Lex, and he's doing Minecraft and other games. Awesome. Yeah. That's great. Definitely in the future, I see myself expanding out into some more games. Zombies will always be my bread and butter, without a doubt.
Yeah, zombies is the main priority.
Yeah, it's the thing that I'm the best at, and it's the thing that I like, and it's my favorite game out of anything.
Yeah.
And exactly what the chat just said right now. Moving on from zombies isn't a bad thing. It's not the fact that I'm in the future seeing myself moving on from zombies, because I'm still gonna play it. I just want to do other things too.
Yeah.
I love playing Skyrim. I want to do some Skyrim videos in the future eventually. That's why on my Twitch channel right now, as it stands, people gotta contribute some channel points if they want to see me do a secret challenge. I got this secret idea that it can be kind of fun.
Yeah,
and other things like that too. I'm thinking of I want to dabble back into like some different games. Like, I know, for example, I thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it be cool, because I know how big Valorant is. I know Valorant isn't as popular as it was a little while ago.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, how cool would it be to dabble into a little bit of Valorant, play it for the first time? That'd be a fun stream. And speaking of the Skyrim challenge, the chat just completed all of the points that we needed to raise for the challenge.
Skyrim, then,
guess I'm playing Skyrim pretty soon. All right, guys. All right. This is going to be an interesting challenge for sure. You'll find out what it is soon. You'll find out what it is soon. Awesome.
But I mean, yeah, I think really like this game is the closest thing we're gonna get to nostalgic Black Ops 3 days. I think with Black Ops 3, it felt a lot more like, everyone loves zombies. Everyone could just play it over and over and over. I remember, right? Like, I remember going home and I just played the giant. Bed, school, home, shadows, bed, school, you know?
Yeah, same.
And the thing is I think this game is going to be the last thing that we ever get that resembles something like that. So even like the thing is, I've been in lockdown. You have so much free time now to do whatever you want. So I'm happy that I'm not happy that we're in lockdown. That's the last thing I'm happy about. But I'm just saying, right? Like
I know. I think I know what you're trying to say.
I don't have work. I don't have anything. It's like I didn't think I was ever going to get anything. Like, you had like a big school break over summer.
Right.
Going into the working world, I think once you pass school, it's like, okay, well, I'm never gonna have anything as big as that again. Like you'll have like a few weeks off,
Yeah.
maybe 3, like on holidays. But like, this is the closest thing that I think a lot of the older generation will get to like a big break.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And I'm gonna spend it playing zombies.
Same. I'm gonna spend it playing zombies, doing content, and just growing.
Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. It's like making content. That's the.
I kind of wanted to touch back a little bit on like the thing you mentioned earlier, where it's like you wish you knew you were in the glory days while it was happening.
Yeah.
I think, and you were telling me, oh yeah, you kind of understand that right now is kind of its own glory day.
Yeah.
I think that comes with age, because I think personally, as people get older, I think people start to appreciate a lot more things. And
yeah,
when you're younger, you don't really think a whole lot about like, well, I'm just a kid, I'm just doing, and I'm just doing a bunch of things. And I think it's one of those things, man, where it's just, you appreciate a lot more when you're older. And I don't know. It's just, it's kind of hard to put it into words, because I know for a fact I appreciate a lot more than I used to. And by the way, thank you for the 8-month resub with Twitch Prime, Rage Usain, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome back to the sub club, my friend.
I think now, Phil, like as you mature, because I think with Black Ops 3 especially, like, we had so much fun with that. I mean, we had fun until Ron Zetspo. Once Zetspo came out, that was such a dry wait. And I think people remember that. But, like, everything else about the olden times, you didn't think you were in the good days. You were just having fun, right?
Yeah.
Right now, you can acknowledge that you're in the good days. You have a great game.
Yeah.
You have plenty of content to make on. You have a community to interact with. Like, there's so many things going on that are positive. We have a not to be like to our own horn, but we have a great podcast.
Yeah, it's like I'm so thankful for everything that's happened. And it's like I remember thinking to myself, right, like when I first started to really, really get into zombies, I back in Black Ops 2, because Mob of the Dead was that map that hooked me on zombies, and the thing that getting me into the community with like watching the Smith plays and Lex, I feel like that's a lot of people's gateway into the community. And then like the Z House, I know for a fact, like when I was younger and I wasn't making content, things like that, and I was just like, oh man, the Z House is totally gonna be a forever thing because this is so cool, and like
and then it ended.
Things got, don't be sad because it's over, be glad that it happened. And
exactly,
you appreciate the time that you spent laughing with them and having fun, and it's just one of those things where life, as you get older, you start to learn to appreciate a lot more things, and honestly, it's a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful feeling, because I mean,
because you acknowledge the fact that you're in, like, I mean, back then
you acknowledge the fact that you're a person, like you're in the real world, and like you acknowledge so many things that make your life what it is, and you start to appreciate. Gonna get a little philosophical here, but like you kind of appreciate the bad too, and you kind of appreciate that taught me a good lesson, and things like that.
Without the bad, there can be no good.
Exactly.
It's a balance. Like Black Ops 4, I think is a good example. Again, using it, like a lot of people didn't like it, and we thought the community was dead. It was never going to come back. We thought the community that it was done. Right? People were still playing zombies, but as far as actual content went, I feel like that point was the deadest it's ever been.
True.
Right? Cold War comes around, does a 180. Every poll that's happened, what's your favorite game mode in Cold War? Multiplayer, zombies, or campaign? Or Warzone? Zombies. It's all zombies, right?
Right.
And I think Activision might be able to see that. I think they're like, okay, zombies is the one thing we have and no one else has it. So we should market on that as much as we can.
True. They should.
Yeah, because it's the one thing that is completely unique to Treyarch, or like COD in general, right? Their zombie survival mode.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it's just like going back to the whole like in the glory days thing. Like for me, there's been separate glory days. There's been like when you first start playing zombies, Black Ops 2, you have transit, you get to round 15, you watch the Smith plays, you buy the DLC maps for the first time, then Black Ops 3 hype. That glory days again, right? Black Ops 4 prior, like all these things coming out, Zombies Chronicles, you know, like I think if you look down the timeline of stuff, there is all these glory days that we have, and
it's just amazing to think about again, man, that a huge community of people came together and did something about it. Like, people took the time out of their day to make something of it. And that's what's crazy to me. Like, it's just all about getting out there and like putting it out there, and you're just doing something that you love to do. The Zombies community is a very passionate community, and it's one of those communities that it's passionate for good reasons, and it's also passionate for, you know, maybe not as favorable reasons.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely.
But, you know, it's one of those things where it's mind-boggling to me that something like this, you go back like 10 years. 10 years. It might not, you know, it sounds like a long time, but it really isn't. You go back like 10 years,
no, it's not.
And this would not even be a thought. This would have not crossed anybody's mind to the point of where the community is right now. No one would have even thought about it. And the fact that it is speaks volumes to how incredible individuals are in the amount of passion they put into their work. And it's a people's business always. It's always been, you know, not just the Zombies community. It's always, you know, everywhere. It's a people's business, and it's crazy. It's crazy to think about that. Yeah, the willpower of people to make something bigger than themselves at this point. I mean, the Zombies community has accomplished so many things. Money for charity, esports events, you know, just inspiring people at the end of the day, really, too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's
exactly. Like,
nuts.
And it's all, there's no community, like you're saying, the community is so passionate, for better and worse, right? Like, when someone has an opinion, you're going to know about it, you know?
You know, some people might be, for lack of a better term, they might be a little bit on the elitist side of things, but even that person has something within them that makes them passionate and that makes them keep moving forward. And that's something great.
Exactly.
You know, there's always good in something.
But,
like, know, that's what Star Wars teaches me. That's what Star Wars teaches everybody. Darth Vader, the most evil motherfucker in the universe, gets redeemed after all the bad shit that he's done. And it's like, there's always going to be good somewhere, guys. Kind of went strangely philosophical with this episode.
Here's
but,
the thing. I think
it's cool.
I think it's because, like, with Firebase Z, it's like we're getting the Rise and Draken vibes. And I feel like a lot of people never felt like we get that again, but we're getting it.
Yeah, man.
And you're like, oh my god, I'm in the glory days again. You know?
Yeah, man.
And even if it's only for this DLC, I hope it's for the whole season.
Same.
But even if it's for the whole DLC, I'd be like, wow, I got that experience one more time. You know? Like,
exactly, dude. Long story short, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate life. Appreciate your life.
Exactly.
There is good in life. You know, even in some of the darker times too, there is good. And, you know, just appreciate that you're here on this planet, and appreciate that, you know, you're here to do something. And, you know, I like to think things happen for a reason. So, just appreciation and perspective. Perspective is king. Perspective is king. Gotta hydrate in the chat. I gotta drink some water, according to the chat.
Oh, hell yeah.
I have like I drank a lot of my water on stream, so I got a little bit of a drip of water for you guys here. That was literally like a drip. That was less than I thought I had. But there you go. You got a droplet of water. I drank most of it already. But no, man, I'm excited for Firebase Z. I think this map is gonna be really good. The storyline implications are gonna be insane as well.
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Sergei Ravanov, what he's gonna be up to. This guy reminds me, I swear to God, dude, if this guy is the replacement Tank Dempsey, but he's Russian now because he's like big tough guy who's like, you know, he's an informant.
Yeah,
like if this guy's the replacement Tank Dempsey, I don't know. I mean, I think
is
it's
that gonna
possible.
hurt your feelings a bit?
No, I mean, we'll just have to show him who's boss. Hoorah! I'll take that commie bastard down hand to hand. Anyways,
anyways,
no, but it's one of those things where I feel like Treyarch is going to be implementing some other things into the storyline that's similar to the old storyline with Samantha Maxis coming back and things like that. And then you also have, Grigori Weaver from the Black Ops 1 campaign. I think they're going to do little things where it's similar to the old storyline, but then it's going to be completely new. So I think Ravenov being big, tough Russian guy who's like a super loyal soldier. Oh, where do we hear that? Tank Dempsey, loyal American soldier, just the roles are reversed this time now.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of get off of this. And I hope he's a good character. If he's a good character, then all right, it's chill.
We're getting some vibes that he's either going to be good or bad. Like for this, like he's either going to be a good guy or bad guy.
You know what, man? It's the Cold War. Everyone is somewhere in the middle because what a time. First of all, what a time to be alive. Can you imagine the people actually living through the Cold War? And they're like our age and shit's going on. That'd be fucking crazy. But second of all, it's the Cold War, man. So many people, the information game is so important for the Cold War, and just involving zombies in the mystery and intrigue of the Cold War with Requiem and Omega is so fascinating to me. And the fact that some of these characters, exactly, dude, some of these characters are so like ambiguous. They could be good, they could be bad. And it's one of those things where you just go, Jesus Christ, zombies is getting kind of deep here, That's why the whole slogan for the game is know your history. And you fucking have to at this point. And I think if we collect more intel, we need to start learning some more history. We need to start reading up on it.
The Cold War was, like one of them wars that was all about like the knowledge and knowing where things are and like nuke locations and you get good negotiations back and forth, and like
I want to see a Cuban Missile Crisis map. I want to see a Cuba map.
Yeah.
I want to see some more historical locations because if this is a Vietnam map, and obviously Vietnam was they had its own war, but it was very hot topic in the 60s, and you got all these, all the summer of love, and you got all the hippies, and you got it's such a huge topic for the time period, and I think Treyarch recognizes that. That's why, and I think it's so fitting, the Napalm Strike as a score streak is coming to Firebase Z.
Oh, yeah, it is,
what a small little nod to history like that, to be like, napalm was so used heavily in Vietnam. It makes sense. Let's put that little dab of history in there. And I think, man, it's not too far-fetched to say that we're going to get a Cuban Missile Crisis, like Cuba map, or we're going to get maybe like, shoot, I don't know. Maybe we do get Buried 2, and it's in Angola, and it's, you got the Civil War going on there, and I don't know. I just think the more the storyline unravels, the more I think we're going to get into the historical context of where zombies fits in, and I think that's going to be so fucking cool. Yeah,
here's my thing, right? I don't personally think their new story will be wrapped up in this game. I think this is going to be their game that they do stories for the next 10 years. Maybe,
absolutely.
Right? What setting do we think the next game is going to be? Because they want to continue with this. Do you think we'll get a scenario where it's kind of like
it's got to be modern?
Yeah, because it'd have to be modern, like 2000s ish to it would have to be because that's the only way I can see them going.
It has to be modern. It has to be It could even be like in the 90s, like just before, the 2000s. And it could be, the collapse of the Soviet Union and, the collapse of Omega Group. And we have to clean up the remnants. And, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. And we have another Germany zombies map at the at the freaking border between West and East Berlin. I don't know. There's so many things you could do with this. And now you're throwing in history. There's so many things you can do, and Treyarch, please do more things.
Because we know now that obviously the Black Ops universe is the main COD universe now. That's the main universe. Yes. Everything that's happened in Black Ops, this is the main universe. Yes. Modern Warfare 2019 ties into that universe.
Yes.
So which is interesting to think. So when Modern Warfare happens, 2019 happens, Black Ops 2 happens a few years later, which is very interesting to think.
Absolutely.
That's such a not weird, but like just wow, you know, like that happens later on.
Dude, I want to see Price. I want to see Price join Requiem. That would be dope. Or like Soap, or like one of these characters that they just kind of like, you know, well, we had to call in some special forces, you know. Who is he? Goes by the name of Soap. What a weird name. Like, you know, like, you know, it kind of like tie everything in, call back, and then like bring everything into the storyline. Because they brought Gregory Weaver from the Black Ops 1 story into zombies. Why can't they do it with other things? So, there's a lot of potential.
I mean, discussing that, if we're going to cross over stories in that, how old is Price? Is he like in his 20s, 30s?
I don't know how old he is, to be honest with you.
Because then it comes, because we're in the 80s, right?
Let me look. How old is Captain Price in, I don't know, Modern Warfare 2019? How old is he? Does it say?
It's just like 8 years old.
Let's see. We're going to go to the Call of Duty Wikipedia here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, at the time of Modern Warfare, the 2019 Modern Warfare, Captain John Price is age 35.
Okay, so 35. So Woods is in Cold War. How old would we say Woods is?
Let's look it up.
We're going to do the math here. I want to see if it's possible for these characters to intertwine.
Woods, Black Ops Cold War.
So Price is 34 or 5, did you
35.
say? 35. Okay, so 35 years from let's say 2020, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he was born in 85 then. Or
Black
84.
Ops Cold War. Woods is, oh my god, there's a lot of information here. Hang on. Where is it? How old are you? Where is it? How old are you? Doesn't say.
Because Price would have been born in 84 then, is it?
Okay, so it says Woods was born in 1981. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's when he died. 1930. Woods was born. So the campaign takes place. So Woods is 10, so 20, 30, 40, 51. Woods is 51 then, right? Disclaimer, I suck at math. Do not crucify me, but I think Woods is in his 50s.
In Cold War, he's 51.
Yeah, that's what it says right here. Well, it says he was born in the 30s, and the Cold War campaign takes place 1981, so it makes sense to me that he's
in
his 50s. Yeah. It's possible, man. So it's totally possible. These characters can meet.
In Black Ops 2, he is almost 100. He's 95 years old in Black Ops 2 then.
I mean, he looks like it. I mean, you see, he just looks like a wrinkled bag. Like, you know, it makes sense. People live that long.
I guess we don't really get a crossover between Price and Woods then, do actually, because I think the earliest age Price would be involved is 16. So that'd be 2000.
It's
right?
possible, but like.
So unlikely. It'd be like that superhero like a superhero that retires and comes back.
Right.
It's like Batman and is like 80.
It would have to be
crime again.
It would have to be like in the next game, like a future setting where it's like Harper and those characters from the Black Ops 2 campaign would like meet Price and like it'd be something like that, you know? I mean, I don't know, but I think it's still plausible.
It could happen. Like, it could happen. These characters exist in the same world. They could be shopping one day and they run into each other by accident.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, Price is in his full uniform and Woods is there for whatever reason.
Dude, why not?
Into each other. Zombies start coming. And then
Woods walks up to the produce section and he goes, "I'm a goddamn onion."
He's like at the onion section, like just looking.
See that onion right there? I'm that onion.
I'm a goddamn onion. He's like,
oh god,
like where are the onions?
Speaking of onions, though, we gotta get James C. Burns on this show.
I know, that's my one desire, getting him on.
We gotta get him on the show, man.
Great episode.
We're gonna James C. Burns. We're gonna talk about onions. We're gonna talk about onions, and we're gonna talk about woods when you come on the show.
we're gonna get you on. We're gonna talk about onions. What's your favorite onions? Normal onions? Red onions? It's gonna be an onion-based episode.
You like grilled onions? Like,
right. we're not even gonna talk about like all the work you've done with Black Ops 1 and 2 and even 4. We're just gonna talk about onions.
We're gonna talk about
goddamn onion.
The Division Onion podcast.
Hell yeah! Special edition merchandise made for the event.
Dude,
there's onion.
It's not the zombie in the middle of the shirt. It's an onion.
It's just an onion.
Which, for those of you who may be joining us a little bit late in the show, we did announce earlier at the beginning of the show that we are doing special, very first time ever, Division Z podcast merchandise. I'm wearing some right now. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys for those who may have missed it. For those of you who might have missed it. This. For those of you who might have missed it.
Woo! Look at that.
Look at that. Got Division Z, got the zombies, got headphones, talking to a microphone, podcast. Got all that. Oh my gosh, my microphone stand is squeaky. But yeah, if you guys want to check out some of the merch for yourselves, if you're watching on Twitch, you can always use !merch in my chat, and it will be linked down below in the description of this YouTube video for both me and Cosmic. And yeah, we're gonna put an announcement on Twitter too, because why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man.
And hopefully by next week, I'm gonna order mine tonight. Hopefully it should be here.
Hey, dude,
so
let's go.
We'll both be rocking the Division Z merch. I'm personally gonna go for, I think, the gray one.
Yes,
I'm gonna go for.
That's a good one.
Gray.
We have three colors right now. We have black, gray, and white.
So we're gonna be making more in the future as well. Yeah, but I think I want to go for gray because you have the black. I think I have to go with the gray. I don't like. I like white, but I feel like the gray is just a nice in the middle.
I feel that.
You know?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm still. I originally got this shirt because I was like, all right, I got to see how it looks on a shirt first, you know. And so I got the shirt. I'm like, God damn. That's some fire. That's fire right there. You know, that's awesome.
Great.
So it's like I got to get me one of every color now, you know. But yeah, man. So hey, I think today was a really good episode of the podcast. We talked about Black Ops 4 again. We talked about
Black Ops 4,
Firebase Z. We talked about nostalgia. We talked about the glory days. That was a good conversation. And you know, I just realized too, I think Treyarch copied us.
How?
Division Z, Firebase Z.
Oh, get out of here! We're gonna be an. YouTube's gonna recommend us all over the place now.
I mean,
the Z.
Dude, wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that actually be funny? Like,
they just got all the Z's. It's like, okay, let's push this podcast.
That'd be funny.
Let's push this podcast.
We got one more comment in the chat here before we end off today's live stream. We got Circumvention here saying, thought, World War II zombies ended with the frozen dawn in a snow-covered Poland. Think about where D Machina takes place, and think about how the Elder God is a striking resemblance to the Panzer Mortar. No, absolutely. Absolutely. There's at the end of the day,
so much World War II like
influence.
It looks like obviously I think the leaks are true with Sledgehammer were obviously in charge of this game. They're making their zombies probably connected to World War II zombies, hence why it was set in the Cold War. Because then after it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
And then Treyarch are like, well, this is our game now. Get out of here.
And I think because you got the Modern Warfare storyline crossing over into the Black Ops storyline, I would not be surprised at all if the World War II story crossed over into it either. So very good point there. Very good point there, chat. Thank you for sharing that. Cold War could have been a continuation of the World War II story, but then Treyarch took over. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Sledgehammer is going to be taking over the game for later this year, too. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see.
We'll have to see what happens in November. Again, obviously, that's when I assume the game's coming out. So, But yeah, that was a good episode of the podcast. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching episode 33 of the Division Z podcast. What do you guys think of this episode? Feel free to let us know in the comments. And you got any other closing thoughts before we end off today's episode, man?
Just that I hope everyone enjoys Firebase Z. Go in it.
Same.
Go. Don't go with high expectations. Go in and enjoy the map because we are in the glory days. Okay.
Dude, enjoy the moment.
Experience the map. Look at the positives and just think, wow, this is the Rising Dragon of modern day. You know.
Absolutely, man. Carpe diem. Carpe diem, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the show. If you did enjoy and you haven't already, for the people watching on YouTube, hit like, subscribe if you're a brand new viewer to both me and K Cosmic. Link down below in the description. And with that said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, depending where you are in this crazy world. And we will see you all in the next episode of the Division Z podcast. Also, don't forget to check out the merch. I gotta get used to saying that now. All right, we'll catch you all next time. We'll catch you all next week, where Firebase Z will be out, and we'll have a shitload of things to talk about, I assume. So we'll see you guys then. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.